Hello, welcome back to my channel. This is the last video in the Janie and Jack collab review, or collab with American Girl review series. So I'm calling this one the long items. You know, I did the tops, I did the skirts, I did the lower items like the shoes and the leggings, and so this one is the long items. So these are really two different items, and honestly you could put them together and have an outfit, but these are sort of the longer topper items, I would say. So we've got the Floral Toile. I think that's how you pronounce it. I know I struggled with this when I introduced it, and you'd think I would have looked it up by the time I got to this video, but I haven't. When I put this on a doll, I will stop and look up what that means. I know what it means, I just don't know how to pronounce it. Anyway. So fur trim plaid coat and the floral dress here. So I'm going to pause, get them out of the packaging, and then give you my initial thoughts. Okay, so first and foremost, here are the backs of the cards. So this is with the dress, so lots of options. It looks great. It's just a simple dress. You can put the leggings with it. You can put the skirt with it. And so now that I have both the skirt and the dress, I will hopefully show you what the skirt also looks like under the dress. That's ultimately why I bought that skirt. For the top, for the coat, it's just different. I really, out of all of these, this one makes the most sense to me. This is probably what I'll end up doing. But you could just have it as an overcoat, and that's really, to me, what it is. It's an overcoat. So I'm actually going to start with that one. Well, first and foremost, hold on. Tag alert. So here's the tag there and the tag there. So they are the clear tags. I'm glad that American Girl is sticking with the clear. Like, if you're going to have to put a tag on it, please make it clear. So this one's a really nice, it's the faux fur collar and cuffs. There is a wrap here. There are pockets that work. Oh, thank you, American Girl. Pockets that work. The button on the pockets is the same button we see on the legging. So that's just good continuity. And then I think this is Velcro. It doesn't Velcro all the way. I know I had heard some complaints that people, wish it wasn't Velcro, because then you can't have it open like this without it potentially snagging on something. Which is true. It's kind of like, if you're going to have the coat on the doll, it's got to be on the doll and they've got to be wrapped up. So it does limit play a little bit. I don't think it'll affect it that much, but I guess I'll see when I've actually put it on a doll. But the working pockets is great. I love that it does have a tie. I think that's a good addition. The tie is sewn onto the coat, so that's not coming off. Here's the back, just, the pattern continues all the way, the fur continues all the way. I think this is a great winter jacket. That's ultimately why I bought it. It could be used for holidays, but doesn't have to be, but it does sort of scream wintertime for me. And I don't have a lot of wintertime coats, but this one I thought was worth it, so that's why I added this one. And then the other outfit for this video is this dress. So this, for me, is, I think, my favorite piece of the whole collection. I don't know why I saved it for last if it's my favorite piece, but here we go. My only thing I wasn't sure if I was going to like or not is the little rosette here. And I was afraid it was just going to be like this big giant thing, and it really isn't. So I think that's why it's not bothering me as much. Like, if I was to wear this dress, I wouldn't want the rosette here. But I also just don't like things like that. So, when I first saw it, it was actually kind of funny, because I was like, oh my goodness, where have I seen this pattern before? And I know that it's like, for this type of pattern, the toile, oh my gosh, how many times am I going to mispronounce it before I actually look it up? I was like, American Girl has released something like this before. They have released this pattern before. And so shortly after this collection came out, I was putting all of my doll beds together, and it hit me. The same type of pattern was used for Felicity's bedspread. It's a cream fabric, with red floral bird type designs. It's the same toile pattern. So that's what it reminded me of. And I was like, I racked my brain for the longest time trying to figure out where I had seen this before from American Girl. And that's what I decided on. It's not the same pattern, but it's very close. And I think I'll try to put the doll next to the bed in my dollhouse just so you can see it, because I thought it was really funny. But to the actual dress. So this is a dropped waist, which is a nice, that's not really in any of the other pieces, so it really makes this unique. I think the pattern makes it unique, but I still think there are lots of themes here that brings it in with the collection, like the rosette, the flowers, the color especially. And even though like this is it's not like bright white, like this is bright white. This is a more cream color, ivory color. I think that was the right way to go. So this does Velcro most of the way down. I think it's a great addition. That rosette is sewn pretty well onto the dress. So if you're not a fan of the rosette and want to remove it, you could get a seam ripper out. I don't think I'd recommend it, but you could, I think, if you wanted to. It's not as big, so it really doesn't bother me as much as I thought it was going to be. But overall, I really like this. And so, again, the reason why I ended up buying this skirt is so American Girl recommends it being an overskirt. But I had seen someone use it as almost like a crinoline. And so it ended up looking like this, with this poking out. And I'm going to put this on, I'll show you the doll on it all without the skirt, but then I'll add the skirt. But I thought it was just such a great addition to this. So, overall, I think this is going to be my favorite piece. Again, I gotta get it on a doll to verify. But that's my initial thoughts on these two long tops is what I'm going to call them. And they are actually about the same length, which is kind of funny. But I'm going to get these on some dolls and give you my final thoughts. Okay, I decided to put Corinne in this outfit. So I realized, like, you know, I've been using, I don't know, he's quite a few different dolls in this Janie and Jack collaboration review videos, but this is the Girl of the Year, and, you know, there might be people who are buying the Girl of the Year and want extra clothes for her. Maybe they were looking at this Janie and Jack and what she might look like. One thing I have struggled with Corinne was this blue hair, and I'm like, you know, is this really going to work if she's wearing this bright red for Christmas? Like, you know, or do I need to find like a blue dress for her for Christmas? But I don't know. I think this outfit works really well for her. So I did add this hairband just to keep her hair out of her face while I do this video, because and it's from another Christmas outfit, but it's bright red, so it matches well. And okay, so I did look it up. This is called Toile. I still don't think I'm saying that right, but it's Toile. It's like T-W-A umlaut L, like Toile. It was like, Google was, yeah, I was over here like trying to make my mouth match the Google pronunciation. But this is the dress. It comes just above her knees. So if you live in a, well, not just, it's actually kind of like mid-thigh. So if you live in a cooler place, and yeah, I didn't put any shoes on her, sorry. Maybe I'll do that soon. But if you live in a cooler place, you might want to consider putting leggings on your doll. This would look really good with, I thought I just had them. Oh, there they are. There we go. Oops, throwing leggings everywhere. With the bright red leggings with the buttons on them. I actually think they would look fine. This outfit would look fine with the roses on, but this rose pattern isn't really prevalent in the pattern of the dress, so that would be up to your personal preference. You could go a little bit darker and have a black pair of leggings if you had them, but the red underneath would look quite nice and bright and vivid if you wanted to do that. I do think the skirt, this dress is missing something. So I'm going to pause the video real quick and show you, I'm going to modify this outfit just a little bit to show you what I saw on Instagram that I think makes this outfit so worthwhile. Okay, are you ready? Da, 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 da. It's such a small change, and honestly, I don't even know if you can tell the difference in this video or not about how such a small change actually makes such a big difference. So this is just the red tulle skirt that's also from the Janie and Jack collab, and it's the simple idea of using it as like a crinoline, one to give it just a little extra length so you can see it's a little extra length to sort of even out the proportions, but then the poofiness, like, you know, having it as a true crinoline to help poof up the dress a little bit, I think just, it makes it. And then I added the red shoes just to make a whole complete look. Ah, it's adorable. I love it. I absolutely love it. So, I really encourage you to consider this combination. I think it's really awesome. I do kind of hate that, you know, I think this dress on its own it's really adorable. I really love the pattern. But I think adding this little crinoline effect just elevates the dress so much. So yeah, I think that makes this a lot better overall. And I did promise that if I was able to, I would put this dress next to Felicity's bed just to show you how similar the patterns are. So I'm going to pause and do that right now. Okay, so eventually what I will do on my channel, for those of you who are interested, is go around and show you all of my doll rooms. But this is Felicity, and Felicity and Elizabeth are kind of on a short vacation right now. So they're not here right now, so I guess Corinne just decided to crash into their party. But this is what I mean. When I saw this dress, I was like, I know this pattern reminds me of something. Like, American Girl has released this pattern before. And I wasn't fully correct. I was on the right idea. This type of toile pattern has been used by American Girl before. It's a different pattern, but it's the same name. This sort of idea of just really the pattern of florals and birds and nature that you see on Felicity's bed covering. So that's definitely what reminded me about this dress. And I don't know, I know they're not exactly the same, but I think it's definitely what it reminded me of. I do want to make one last note before I go onto the jacket. This material is kind of not what you would expect for this dress. It's almost more of a cotton linen than what you, not a cotton linen, a quilter's cotton over something a little bit more knit that you would wear for your actual clothing. But I don't mind. I like kind of the stiffer look. But I think it's elevated when you add that crinoline. Without it, it kind of looks flat. But that's my review of this dress. Okay, and the last little bit of this review is the coat. I don't have a whole lot to say about the coat. I honestly don't know why I bought it, because I usually don't do winter jackets where I live. It's still really warm in the winter. But I think it fits pretty well over this, even with the extra bundling and the huge rosette that's right there. It goes over pretty well. This is really soft, and it's flannel-like. I really like it. And I think the color pattern really drew me to this. And if you are thinking about Corinne, I think it is a good complement to her hair color. Her hair color, of course, still stands out, but at least, you know, you've got some of those matching blue colors. Let me turn it around. Again, you've got the whole dress. I like the belt. So I think in terms of ratings, I'm going to give, I think they're both well quality. If they're something you're interested in. I also just, you know, I love the you know, at this point now, I'm kind of at the end of this series. I really love the matchability of everything. I think there's a lot of mix and match potential here. I love that the buttons are consistent throughout the whole process. You've got the same blues and reds. It's overall, I think, really, very good matchingness. The jacket is just okay for me. I do understand people's reservations about the Velcro there, but I think it's really good quality. It's nice material. So I think I'm going to give actually both of these an A. The only thing that's sort of keeping the toile dress from an A+ is just, I think the tulle, they put a tulle, they made a tulle skirt. They put tulle under the tweed green tartan plaid skirt, but they didn't put tulle under this dress, and this is the one that, like, definitely should have had something. Should have had something. So that's the only reason I'm not giving it an A+, but I do love it. It's one of my favorite pieces in the collection. The colors and the patterns on the coat are definitely what's making me really want to say it's an A, and give it an A. So, that wraps up everything I have to say about my Janie and Jack collection. Sorry, I realized all my dolls were right here, so we could do a big group shot. Yeah, so this is everything I bought from the Janie and Jack collaboration. I am overall very happy with the color schemes. It really just does not scream Christmas to me overall, but I do love the colors. I do think they're very trendy and in style, and the quality, I know you've heard it if you've watched any other review videos, the quality is definitely there, and it's definitely something to write home about. So I hope you have enjoyed this series. That's my crew, and that's my review. Thanks for coming, and I'll see you next time.